Hello, it's Sonia here with a Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today we are going to be doing another bucket hat. I did a bucket hat tutorial a couple weeks ago and it was really fun to make, and I thought I'd make another one because I am going to the beach soon and I do like to wear a hat at the beach. I don't like wearing hats. I don't think I look cute in hats, but I find them to be necessary at the beach because then I don't like my scalp getting burned because my hair likes to part weird at the crown of my head, so it's just easier to wear a hat. And you know, if you have to wear a hat, might as well make a cute one, right? So I've already made one here and I think it turned out super cute. It's like a granny stitch hat here, and I made it the crown so it's solid because this is where the sun's going to be beating down. I've seen other similar, versions of, this type of hat. There's lots of granny square type of hats where there's holes everywhere, but I just find I'm a practical person, so I don't want the top of my head to get burned. And I think I will be wearing this one. I really like it. I think it turned out super cute. Now the yarn that I used, it is 100% cotton, and I think it's more of a decate weight cotton. It's a little bit of a lighter weight. So the yarn I am going to be using for the one that I'm going to show you, as you can see, it's a little bit heavier than this. So I have a very small head, so this worked out really, really well. So if you're using decate weight yarn, then you probably, it might be a little bit tight on you, or you might want to bump up a hook size. I am using my eye hook or 5.5 millimeter hook, but I'm going to be using worsted weight yarn for the one I'm going to show you, and I'm just curious to see for size wise how that's going to be. So if you're having some trouble with your hat fitting, you can easily bump up a hook size. That's the nice thing with this project. You can kind of customize it so that it can fit you. So this one, yeah, fits me pretty well because I have a small head. You can also, when you're making it, it's made top down, you can make this part longer if you want like the brim of your hat to be a little like shading more on your eyes. You can do that as well. So there's lots of different things that you could do with this project. So let's get started. So I am going to be using this orange, and I certainly hope, it's like a peachy orange, actually a really pretty color. I hope I have enough of this. I just found it in my stash. I'm not even sure where it came from, but I thought it'd be a fun summery color. And then I am going to use a contrasting color for like this band thing. You don't have to. You could make this all in one color if you wanted to, but I want to use a contrasting color. And the reason why I did it in stripes is because I only had a little bit of this blue left. I wanted it to be all blue, but I realized I wasn't gonna have enough, so I'm like, well, let's just add a stripe, and I think it turned out really cute. But I think for this sample one that I'm gonna show you, I am gonna be using like this yellow, and it is sugar and cream yarn, and it's going to be a solid yellow stripe. And you could have fun with this as well. You could add a flower on it if you wanted to. You could decorate it, buttons, whatever, to customize your hat. So let's get started with this pattern. You also will want to use a stitch marker. I'm just using a scrap piece of yarn as my stitch marker. So we are working on this top down. So you make your slip knot and we're ready to go. So we're going to chain 2. And in my second chain for my hook, I am working 4 single crochet. So this is round 1. And I don't know what the brand is this like, it's like a pinky orange color, I guess. I don't know what it is. It might be sugar and cream. The band fell off. I have no idea, but I think it's a fun summer color. All right, so we have 4 single crochet. We are not going to join, and if you want, you can put a stitch marker in that last stitch. I will be doing that, but I'm not going to do it just yet. So let's begin round 2. Round 2, we're just jumping right in. We're not going to join because I want to try to keep this looking as seamless as possible. So we're going to put 2 single crochet in that first stitch there, and we're going to work 2 single crochet all the way around, so we'll have a total of 8 single crochet. Now you could certainly use magic circle if you wanted to, if you don't like working in the chain, but I am not a big fan of magic circle, so I'm doing it this way. Okay, so now I have my 8 single crochet. Now I'm going to place my stitch marker in that last stitch, because now it's going to start to get confusing as to where your last stitch ends and the first stitch begins. Okay, so I've got my stitch marker in there and I'm ready for round 3. Okay, so let's begin round 3. Round 3 is going to be a repeat of round 2. And round 4 is also going to be a repeat of round 2. So what that means is we're just working 2 single crochet in each stitch. So at the end of round 3, I'm going to have 16 stitches, and then at the end of round 4, I'm going to have 32 stitches. So I'm just working 2 stitches in each. We need to grow this, and again, I highly recommend using a stitch marker, placing it in that last stitch to help you keep track of your rounds. So I'm going to keep going and I will meet you back at the end of round 4. Okay, so here we go. I'm at the end of round 4. I have 32 single crochet. So round 5, we're going to jump right in and we're just going to work even. So we're just going to single crochet all the way around for round 5. So again, we will still have 32 stitches because we are not adding any stitches right now. Okay, so here is round 5. We just single crocheted all the way around. So let's begin round 6 and we're going to start increasing again. So we are going to work 3 single crochet. So just jumping right in, working 1 stitch in each. And now in our next stitch, we're going to work 2 single crochet to work the increase. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. So we're working 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then 2 single crochet in the next one. So at the end of this round, we will have 40 stitches. So I'm going to keep going and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I finished up round 6. We have 40 stitches. So now round 7, we're just going to single crochet all the way around. So we're working even. Okay, so here we are at the end of round 7. I just worked a single crochet all the way around. So let's begin round 8. So round 8 is going to be a repeat of round 6. We're going to single crochet in the next 3 and then work 2 single crochet in that next stitch, and we're just going to do that all the way around. So I'm going to go do that and I will meet you back. Okay, so here is my round 8 and I have 50 single crochet. So let's begin round 9. We're going to increase again. We're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So there's 4 stitches, and then in that 5th stitch we're going to work 2 single crochet, and we're going to do that all the way around. So you're going to single crochet 1 in each in the next 4 stitches. And then in that 5th stitch, you're going to work 2 single crochet to increase some more. So we're almost done with our increase rows, and then we'll get into the granny stitch portion of the hat. But again, this is the crown. And we want to protect the top of our head. All right, so I'm going to keep going and I will meet you back at the end of round 9. Okay, so there's round 9 and we have 60 stitches. So round 10 is going to be a repeat of round 9. So we're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. Or I'm sorry, the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in that 5th stitch we're going to work 2 single crochet. So I believe this is our last increase round here. So again, we're going to work 1 stitch in the next 4 stitches, and then we will work 2 stitches in the next. So I'm going to keep going, and I will meet you back at the end of round 10. Okay, so I finished up round 10. At the end of this round, I have 72 single crochet. So we have one more round for our crown section here. We're just going to work even. We're going to single crochet all the way around for round 11. Again, we'll still have 72 stitches, and then we will get into the fun part of the hat, and that part will go really, really fast. I mean, this is a pretty fast make. I actually might make another one too. So you might see 3 hats when you see the intros and the outros, so because it's really fun and it works up really fast. So I'm going to keep going here, just working single crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end of round 11. Okay, so we finished up round 11 here, so let's begin round 12. So I'm going to join in my first stitch. I'm not using my stitch marker right now, and I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to work a half double crochet right back in there. And we're going to half double crochet in the next single crochet, and now we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip the next stitch and work a half double crochet in the next. So this is our repeat here. So it's going to be half double crochet, half double crochet, skip the next stitch, chain 2, and we're going to do that all the way around. So half double crochet, half double crochet, chain 2, skip the next stitch. So I'm going to keep going doing that all the way around, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I'm finishing up round 12 here, so chaining 2 and then joining with a slip stitch in that first half double crochet, and we will have a total of 24 chain 2 spaces. So let's begin round 13. So round 13, we're going to repeat round 13 for a couple rounds. So what you're going to do is we're going to slip stitch in the next half double crochet, and then slip stitch in the next chain 2 space. Now if you wanted to change colors, you could then just join the new color right here, and you wouldn't have to slip stitch across. I mean, or you could if you wanted to. It's but I would like to make this all in one color. I might make some in different colors too. I think this could be a really fun stash busting project as well. So let's begin round 13. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to half double crochet in that same space, and half double crochet again. And now instead of chaining 2, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to half double crochet, work 2 half double crochet in that next chain 2 space, and we're going to chain 1 and half double crochet, work 2 half double crochet in that next space, and we're going to do that all the way around for round 13. And we're going to keep doing this up to round 21. So when you do round 14, you'll be working your 2 half double crochet in that chain 1 space. So I'm going to keep going here, and I will meet you back at the end of round 21. So as you can see, things are looking a little bit different here. I was working with the orange, and I realized I did not have enough of the orange for the hat, so I had to improvise. So I brought in the yellow, so I frogged back or unraveled and redid it. So I want to show you how I was been changing colors to help avoid ends. So if you just wanted to use 2 colors, you can see on the other side that I have been carrying my yarn, but you need to be careful so that your carries don't show like, you know, carrying across. So I have one more round to go. So this is round 20 that I just finished, and we need to work 21 rounds. So I'm going to show you how I've been doing it, switching my colors. So I chained one, and we're going to join in that first stitch with a slip stitch there, and now I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch, and now I need to slip stitch around this guy. So what I've been doing is now I'm picking up my orange here, finishing off that stitch right there. And because when we start the next round, we're going to start over here, you want to make sure that you're carrying your next color over. So what I do is, so now we need to chain one. So I'm chaining one with my orange. So I'm working my half double crochet around this yellow here. It's almost like a peachy yellow. It looks more yellow on camera. So I've half double crocheted around the yellow. And then when I am ready to start, when I'm ready to pick up my yellow, then it will not show as much. So here you can look on the other side, and it is really hard to tell where these carries are on the other side. Alright, so I still need to work this final round. So I'm just going to chain one, work my 2 half double crochets in that next chain one space. So I'm going to go finish up this round. I'm not cutting my yellow because I do want to use it for the next round, so I will meet you back. Okay, so I'm at the end of my round 21 here. So what I'm going to do, I've chained one, I'm joining. And now to finish off the stitch, I'm going to pick up my yellow here because I wanted to work the next round with my yellow. So what we're going to do for round 22 is I'm chaining one, I'm going to half double crochet right back in that stitch, and I'm going to half double crochet in that next stitch, and I'm going to half double crochet in that next chain one space, and I'm just going to continue to half double crochet all the way around. So working on top of the previous half double crochets and then working half double crochet in that chain one space. So at the end of this round I will have 72 half double crochet. So I'm going to go do that and I will meet you back. Okay, so I have finished my round 22. I've got my 72 half double crochet. So now we need to join, and we're going to be joining in the third loop of the half double crochet. So if you've never worked in third loop before, if you look at the stitch, I'm going to grab a smaller hook. So here is the top of the stitch. We have our front loop here. We have our back loop here. But if you turn the stitch this way, you'll see we have another loop right here. This is the third loop, also called the camel stitch, and we're going to be working that stitch around, but we're also going to be increasing for this row so we can really give it that bucket hat shape. So I'm joining with a slip stitch in that third loop to begin round 23. And when you're working this hat pattern, I just wanted to pause real quick before we keep going. If you're trying this on and you're finding that you don't think it's long enough, you can definitely work more rows if you prefer. Or when we come to, let me show you the one I already made here. So we're going to work 3 rows of this half double crochet stitch. So when it comes to this part, you could actually work a 4th row of this if you wanted to before we begin the brim here. And I worked 3 rows of they're not rows, rounds of this. You could also work extra rounds if you really want this to be like floppier and, you know, more shade for your eyes. So you can definitely play around with this pattern to customize it to your taste and to suit your style. All right, so let's begin round 23. So we're going to chain 1 and we're going to half double crochet right in that first stitch there. And we're going to continue and we're going to work 7 half double crochet. Okay, we've worked 7 half double crochet. So in our next stitch, we're going to pop in 2 stitches. And then the 8th stitch, we're going to work 2 stitches. So that is the increase for this round. So we're going to work half double crochet in the first 7, so 1 stitch in each, working in that 3rd loop. And then in the 8th stitch, you're going to put 2 half double crochet in that. And the nice thing is with this stitch pattern, you will not even see the increases at all, which is nice. And I don't know what stitch count I'm on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Start talking and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there's 7, and now we're going to work 2 half double crochet in that 8th stitch there. So I'm going to keep going, doing that all the way around. At the end of this round, you'll have 81 half double crochet. So I'll meet you back at the end of round 23. Okay, so I'm finishing up my round 23, and you want to be careful. The very last stitch can be hidden, so it's a little bit crunched up, but it's there. So you should have 81 stitches. So there we go for round 23. So now we're going to join with a slip stitch in that first half double crochet in that 3rd loop. And we're going to chain 1, and now we are going to half double crochet all the way around. We're just working even, so you'll have a total of 81 half double crochet. And again, you could use different colors, like this guy. I did stripes because, like I said, I was going to have it all blue, and I realized I didn't have enough yarn. It's a trend with this project, but this is a great project to use up scraps of yarn. I mean, you could do a different color every row if you wanted to. You know, you can definitely have fun with this, or you could even just do it all in one color. I think it would still be equally nice all in one color. So there's a lot that you could do with this pattern to really make it your own style and taste there. So I'm going to keep going, just working half double crochet around, and I will meet you back. Okay, so this is my last stitch for round 24 here. I'm going to pick up that orange, and I am going to finish off that stitch, and I'm going to join again in the 3rd loop in that first stitch. So we're still going to be working in that 3rd loop, and now I'm ready for round 25. We're almost done with this hat. So I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to half double crochet in that first stitch. I'm going to half double crochet in the next, so still working in the 3rd loop. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to skip 1 stitch and half double crochet in the next. So this is the repeat, so half double crochet, chain 2, skip the next space, and we're going to repeat this all the way around. So there you go. So I'm going to keep going, and I will meet you back. We have a visitor that wants to join the video. He came in while I was filming. He's not usually allowed in here, but I'm going to be nice. You're going to be a good boy, and you'll be in the video. Yeah. Okay, so this is the end of the round. I've got my chain 2. I'm going to join in that first stitch with a slip stitch, and we have 27 chain 2 spaces for round 25. And if you hear the jingle jangle, that is my puppy, which I'll pop him in the video. He joined me, so hopefully he'll be good. So I can finish this hat up. All right, so let's do round 26. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm going to slip stitch in that next stitch. I'm going to slip stitch around this guy, but I am going to pick up that yellow. So I'm going to chain 1, work my half double crochet in that chain 2 space. Now we're going to repeat what we did for round 25 for round 26. We're going to chain 2 instead of chaining 1 like we did in this part of the hat, but we want the brim of the hat to be wider, so we're chaining 2. So we're going to chain 2 and then work 2 half double crochet in that next chain 2 space. And we're going to chain 2 and work 2 half double crochet in the next chain 2 space. So we're doing that all the way around for round 26 here. So I will meet you back at the end of round 26. Okay, so I finished up round 26. I've already slip stitched across. I had joined, slip stitched across, and picked up my orange here. And now we're going to repeat round 26 for round 27. So chaining 1, working that half double crochet. Now I am going to cut my yellow because I am not going to be using it anymore. So I am going to cut it just to get it out of the way. And now I am going to finish up round 27. And then after that, we have one more round to go and our hat is all done. So I'm going to keep going here and I will meet you back. Okay, I finished up round 27. I've already joined. So let's begin round 28. It's our final round. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to single crochet in that stitch. We're going to single crochet in the next stitch and we're going to work 2 single crochet around that chain 2 space. And we're just going to continue across, working 1 single crochet in each half double crochet and 2 single crochet in the chain 2 space all the way around. So I am going to go do that and I will meet you back. Okay, so here is round 28. I have 108 single crochet. So I was looking at my hat. I do like it, and I'd said join with a slip stitch and cut your yarn. But I do feel like it's kind of like there's not enough structure on this. So here is the one that I made. This is my, sorry, I didn't weave in the ends yet, but here's the original prototype. So I just finished with that single crochet row. And it's cute. I like it. It's really nice. If you want to quit there, you can. But I was playing around and I'm going to add an extra round, and that's my dog in the background. So just ignore him. He's on the guest bed because this is a filming room / guest bedroom. So he's, I don't know what he's doing back there. Trying to get into trouble, right, buddy? Yeah, good boy. Sit. Trying to finish. All right, so what I am doing is I'm just going to slip stitch all the way around, just in both loops. So it's still going to look like a single crochet, but it just gives this brim of the hat just a little bit extra structure, just what I've been looking for. So I'm just going to continue to slip stitch around. Now you don't have to do this. If you don't want to do this, then you certainly don't have to. But I'm just fussy, and it just, I feel like it's like, I don't know, too floppy, where when you see this slip stitch row, just like I said, gives it a little bit more structure of what I was looking for. So I'm going to go do that and then I'll meet you back. Again, if you don't want to do this, you can skip this round. Okay, so here is my hat. It's all done. I'm really happy with adding that slip stitch round. I think that just gives it the structure I was looking for. But here is this hat, and then here's the one that used the slightly lighter weight cotton yarn. So as you can see, the orange one is definitely a little bit bigger. I tried this one on. It's definitely a little bit bigger than this one. So You can definitely play around with different yarn weights to get different sized hats. This one fits me a little bit better, and it's more my colors, but this one's fine. It almost reminds me of like back in the day of McDonald's colors. That was not intentional, but if you're a big McDonald's fan, there you go. But on camera, it's definitely more orange. In real life, this is more pink, like almost like a salmon type color. And then the yellow too almost has some slight orangey-ish yellow tones in a way. But I mean, I think it's definitely cute. You can definitely play around with different colors. I think it would be equally nice all in one color as well. I think it's a fun hat. I will probably be wearing both of these at the beach. So now I have 3 hats, because there's another bucket hat that I had made. It's a green one. And so now I've got choices so that my head does not get burned. But I hope you enjoyed this project, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.